Why was my girlfriend so obsessed with me getting a specific haircut? For 3 months, Sarah had been relentlessly pushing me to go to this one barbershop across town. Not just any barbershop, this specific place called Eddie's Cuts in a strip mall 40 minutes from our apartment. The guy there is amazing, she'd say, showing me his Instagram with perfectly styled cuts. He would totally get your vibe. You'd look so good with his style. At first, I thought it was sweet she cared about my appearance. My hair was getting pretty shaggy, and I'd been meaning to find a new barber anyway after my usual guy moved to Florida. But then Sarah started getting weird about it. She'd text me articles about the barbershop, screenshots of 5-star reviews, even found some local news story about how the owner was transforming men's confidence one cut at a time. When I mentioned I might just go to the chain place down the street, she practically had a meltdown. "No, you have to go to Eddie's," she insisted. "Trust me on this. I have really good instincts about these things." She offered to pay for the haircut. Then she tried booking the appointment herself, claiming she wanted to surprise me with some self-care. I started getting suspicious when she asked for my work schedule 3 times in 1 week, always followed by just wondering when you could fit in that haircut. The whole thing felt off, but I couldn't figure out why a haircut was suddenly the most important thing in our relationship. When I finally agreed to go just to stop the nagging, she insisted on driving me there and waiting in the car. "I'll just run errands while you're in there," she said, but I caught her checking her phone obsessively the entire ride. She kept asking if I was ready for this and excited to finally meet Eddie. Walking into the shop, I immediately noticed it was nicer than expected. Clean, modern equipment, good lighting, and this guy Eddie behind the counter who looked like he actually knew what he was doing. But the moment he saw me, his whole face lit up with this knowing smile. "Oh wow, you're exactly how she described you," he said, already pulling out his scissors. "She said you'd be tall with the messy brown hair and probably wearing a band t-shirt." I glanced down at my Foo Fighters shirt and felt a chill. She talks about me? All the time, man. All the time. That's when I noticed the photo tucked into the corner of his mirror. My girlfriend Sarah, in a wedding dress, arms wrapped around this guy Eddie. My stomach dropped. That's Sarah," I managed to say. Eddie followed my gaze to the photo and his face went pale. Oh shit, she didn't tell you." "Tell me what?" He set down his scissors and ran his hands through his hair. "Look, man, I don't know what game she's playing, but Sarah's my wife. Well, technically still my wife. We've been separated for 6 months, but the divorce isn't final yet." The room started spinning. "She's been trying to get me to meet you for weeks," he continued. "Said she wanted to see us together before making her final decision. I thought it was crazy, but she kept insisting. I was basically a casting call for her love triangle. She said you were this great guy, and she needed to be sure about what she really wanted before signing the papers." Eddie started awkwardly cutting my hair while texting someone frantically, probably Sarah, telling her the plan had gone sideways. "I'm sorry, man. I thought you knew. I thought this was some weird closure thing you were both okay with." 20 minutes later, right as he was finishing up the cut, Sarah walked through the door holding a manila envelope. She froze when she saw both of us staring at her. "So," she said, looking between us with this eerily calm expression, "I've made my decision." She walked over to Eddie and handed him the envelope. "Divorce papers, already signed." Then she grabbed my arm and headed toward the door. "Thanks for helping me realize what I really wanted, Eddie. You're a good guy, but you're not my guy anymore." Turns out the haircut wasn't just a glow-up. It was my final callback. I wasn't her boyfriend. I was the tiebreaker in a love story she hadn't finished writing yet. I didn't just get a new look that day. I got cast in someone else's ending without even knowing I was auditioning. I got the best haircut of my life and accidentally helped my girlfriend finalize her divorce. Still not sure if I should tip extra for that